Okay, so the new developer discussion just dropped for another episode Genshin News literally 20 minutes ago, so I'm going to try to cover this as fast as I can while sharing my thoughts about it. So, let's see what are the highlights for the entire discussion. New limited time area exploration rewards, I've heard of this, and a skip feature for the Spiral Abyss, which I haven't really heard about. So, let's go take a look at see what we have. Now, there'll be a limited time area exploration reward whenever a new area becomes available. The collection period will last for 2 versions. Okay, that's okay for people who don't have time to explore. For the new areas in version 5.0, if you meet a certain requirements, you can gain a total of 400 Primogems. Now, I've heard about this in a certain dark side in my dreams, but this is especially good because it actually motivates you for exploration. So for any F2Ps or anyone who has done a good bit of exploration, fret not because we are getting a whole lot more Primogems next patch, which is going to be interesting. If you've already met the requirements during version 5.0, you'll be able to claim these rewards as soon as a new version is released, but it must be claimed before version 5.2. Okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's an overall pretty good one. Let's see what else do we have. The extra time limited rewards for Archon quests will no longer be available after a certain amount of time. Oh, that's just a reminder. So that's just a reminder for anyone who wants to get the Primogems from the Archon quest and the Tribal Chronicles. Make sure to just get it done as soon as possible. Now, optimize Spiral Abyss experience. Finally, the thing we've been asking for. Beginning October 16th, you'll be able to use this skip feature. Meet the conditions to quickly skip to specific floors. If you cleared floor 12 with 4 stars in the previous phase, aka 36 stars, you can claim the rewards for floor 9 and floor 10 directly, and you will immediately start to floor 11 in the current phase. And it seems like the same applies for floor 11, but you claim the rewards for floor 9 and you start from floor 10 immediately. You can claim all chamber bounties for the skip floors directly via the review pop-up. Okay, this is pretty good for any of us who, well, get 36 stars, and I'm not sure if the next Abyss reset is going to be a newer Abyss or it's going to be one more refresh of the current lineup, but feel free to take advantage of how, I guess you could say, somewhat easy the current Abyss is, because very likely the second and the third rotation afterwards or the future Abysses are only going to be harder from now. So this is especially good. Okay, Primogems will still need to be manually claimed. So basically, if you get 36 stars, you can skip floor 9 and floor 10. And you do floor 11, you can do floor 9. That's pretty good, pretty good. Oh, this is a nice quality of life thing. You'll be able to open multiple artifact chests in one go to reduce the number of repeated operations required. Okay, this is a minor quality of life thing, but glad to see that Hoyo is finally adding something. Okay, optimize character building experience. So what is this? In previous version, we found you have to constantly switch between different screens while building characters, blah 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 blah, and it's a headache and you forgo. You optimize it so that you can view and craft all the required character development items via a convenient one-stop interface, which makes the calculation much easier. Is this what I think it is? Okay, click the bottom in the crafting bench, find the character's development items. Oh, so it's basically like a filter system and a calculation. Okay, it seems like basically it's like the Enhancement Progression Calculator on Hoyo Lab, but you can access it via the crafting bench. This is pretty good. You can find and calculate character ascension, weapon ascension, and talent level up materials individually. The calculation will display both the quantity of materials required and the amount you have, reducing the amount of effort required on your part. So when you click on craft materials, it will automatically detect the amount of materials required, making the crafting more precise, convenient, and minimizing waste. So basically, okay, this is the new feature. I think I've heard about this too. So essentially, it keeps track of how much you have. There's also this new display thing that it shows you to show how much you have of it. So at least you don't accidentally overcraft, but it seems like they've taken the extra step to optimize it. So this is pretty good. It's also more convenient for you to select characters you recently acquired. This is gonna be pretty good. Not gonna matter to me because I'm gonna pre-farm a lot of things, but that is pretty nice. And it shows the maximum craftable amount. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty good for anyone who wants to craft a lot of stuff. Very convenient. What are the things do we have? Optimized sorting for Trounce domain interface. Trounce domain screen will sort from newest to oldest. Okay, I guess that's a really minor thing. Adventure Handbook default display page. When all content has been completed, the first time you open, each time you log in, it will be displayed first if there are any unfinished content, and a minor optimization as always. Custom artifact filtering for characters. To help you quickly select suitable artifacts, we also optimize the interface. I assume this is in the inventory. No, this is in actually the artifact detail stats. When you perform operations such as sorting and filtering stuff, next time you access the menu, the results of your previous selection will be displayed automatically without you needing to adjust again. So essentially, well, okay, this is pretty cool. Basically, like, rather than having to scroll through your entire artifacts, each character will have like a memory slot. So if you put your filters on that character, like they see here with Kinish with Obsidian Codex and crit rate, crit damage, the game will actually remember that each character has their own set of filters. This is pretty cool, actually. This is actually very cool, which means that you don't have to look through your entire inventory to find that one random level 16 artifact you want to max out or something. So you can just filter it per character basis, and which means that you can level up and equip artifacts much easier. Acquire new artifacts, re-enter blah 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 blah. It will also be sorted out. You can also see the selected affixes based on the artifacts sorted in the interface. Okay, that's pretty cool. New set of set filter switching button has been added, allowing you to quickly switch between showing all and filtering out sets. Wait, making it easier to select non-set pieces, such as choosing 4-piece and 1-piece. I need an image to really see how this works, but I think what they're saying is that you can probably add like one specific 2-piece or 4-piece set, then you add like a one non-piece set combination. I guess that's how they say it. But yeah, I think this is a pretty short developer discussion. I think this is pretty massive. It's a very minor optimization experience, but actually I wouldn't exactly call it minor. This limited time exploration thing is especially massive because that means every time we get a new region, we can get up to 400 Primogems as long as we reach, I think this is 80% exploration. Even if you do 40 or 60%, that's still 3 more gems to you, right? So that's especially good for any F2Ps and anyone who does enjoy exploring for quite a bit. I think the second biggest one is definitely going to be the Spiral Abyss experience thing. It's a very minor thing, but I won't exactly call it minor because if you 36 star, you can essentially skip 2 floors, and the time it takes for you to really clear floor 9 and floor 10 is not really too long if you have a very high invested account, but saving time is something I'm pretty sure everyone would be thankful for. And I would say the third biggest one is definitely the character enhancement thing. Yeah, essentially it's just the Enhancement Progression Calculator from Hoyo Lab, but they implemented it in the crafting bench. This is especially good for anyone who wants to see what materials you want to farm, because let's be honest, it's annoying when you want to figure out what materials you need when you get a new character, so you don't want to have to open your phone or on your second screen or just tab out and open up the Genshin wiki just to see what materials you need or something. So this is actually much better. So at least like if you want to know what you want to farm, you can just go to the crafting bench, see what kind of materials you need, and just figure out the schedule on how you want to farm things for the next week or two. So yeah, I think overall this is another W for Genshin. Anyways, what do you guys think about this overall developer discussion? Share your thoughts down in the comments below, and that's it for this video. Alright, peace.